I have been so fortunate to showcase so many incredible, beautiful books throughout the years that it was just like, or is just this kind of amazing, surreal experience that now I get to be that person showcasing my own book. Welcome to the Kindness Is podcast, where we take a deep dive into the true meaning of kindness. I'm your host, Kaitlin Johnstone, the co-founder of Kind Cotton. Let's dive in. Happy World Kindness Day, everyone. I'm so excited that I actually get to have my own podcast on World Kindness Day, talking about redefining kindness, releasing my first children's book, Kindness Is. This is a dream. You know, for years, we have asked all of you to share with us your definitions of kindness. And I feel like that was such a tremendous inspiration to me when it came to writing this book. Kind Cotton has built a community of people who want to continue to spread true kindness that is rooted in justice and grounded in action and open to change. And I am just so incredibly excited to share my words with the world. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Kindness Is pod. I am very excited about today's episode because Kev is going to be asking me all of the questions in celebration of the book coming out. I'm so nervous, but here we are. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, I think it was destined to happen again. I'm a little nervous to be on the other side of things, but
Am I the first two-time guest officially?
yeah, you are. You were hoping for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be nervous. Who knows what will happen?
Kev did not tell me any questions in advance, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay. So, well, first of all, you said book, but just for the people that don't know, why not you break down what's about to happen?
Yeah, so this podcast is actually coming out on my book birthday, which is so exciting. I wrote and we self-published this. I like to think of it as an amazing book called Kindness Is, which is everything that we've been talking about for the past 6 years, kind of wrapped up in this gorgeous book for children.
Awesome. Do you want to show the book a little bit? I mean, it's right behind you, but just so people can, for the ones watching.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. My illustrator is phenomenal and the pictures are so vibrant, and she really just brought to life like everything that I was envisioning, and I couldn't have picked this to be any better than if I had dreamt it all myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, starting from the beginning, when you first had thoughts of writing a book, why this kind of book and what gave you the inspiration?
So we were still living in Florida, and I was sitting on our couch one day. And for those of you who don't know, we've been in Maryland now for going on 2 years. So I actually wrote the manuscript over 3 years ago. And you know me, like I write random things all the time that take me 5 minutes to write, and I either throw it up as an Instagram post or I just sit with it on my computer and do nothing with it. But whenever I write, I just write really, really fast. So I probably wrote this book, like the first version of this book, within 10 minutes sitting on our couch in Florida. And I just kept thinking about the tea that we put out, the Kindness Is tea. And for those of you who don't know, it's a shirt with words on it that kind of make up what our definition of kindness is. And it simply says love, empathy, compassion, inclusion, justice, kindness. And I was like,
I mean, the way that tea started was more just feedback from our customers and our people that liked our brand when we wanted to come up I think we had the idea of kind of what we
Mhm.
wanted to do, but we left those words up to people that knew our brand and what we were about. So I think that weren't even our words, but that's what the
Mhm.
general consensus was, and the words that spoke to us the most of the options that people gave us, and turned into our best design ever, and something that still resonates years later. So that's really cool. But keep going. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I mean, I think that's a really important piece of the story because these were words that our community came up with. And it was a definition that people who love us and support us and people we've become friends with over the past like 6, 7 years have gave us. And I think that's really important because not only is it our best-selling tea, but it's the mission of Kind Cotton, I would say. Our mission is to start conversations about kindness and redefine what that means and have it not be these simple pleasantries. So when I sat down and wrote this, I mean, I had that in the forefront of my brain, but I also had this idea of having been a teacher and reading all of these books about kindness and niceness and being polite and opening the door for a friend and writing a card for your mom, all of which are amazing and I never want to take away from random acts of kindness. But again, it went back to recognizing that there wasn't a book, at least that I had in my classroom, that took a deep dive into kindness being multifaceted, like kindness being
Mm.
something more. And I mean, our daughter who is turning 4 can like understand the basics of what this book is saying. And imagine what, kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like any age group could do with the words in this book.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know actually that you started writing it that long ago. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So you talked a little bit about the process, and obviously it took a long time.
Mhm.
Did you enjoy that process? I'm sure if I had to guess, you enjoyed like the 10 minutes of writing the book, and then after that, it was just not fun from that point. The next 3 years after, but I could be wrong.
This is why I love talking to you because it's like I go on other podcasts and I like say my usual things and I get away with it. But you're like, oh no, Kaitlin, I know you and I know your brain. And you like put these beautiful words out into the world and was like, okay, like now, like let's have it out in the
Where's
world.
the book?
Yeah, like give me the book.
Has the
I'm
book
done.
arrived to our house yet?
Yeah, I did my part. Um, So no, there were aspects of it that I really enjoyed. I mean, I've shared a little bit about this on Instagram, I believe, but I initially had a meeting with a publishing company who was interested in it and said that they would definitely do it, but she knew what Kind Cotton was and she had self-published her first book many, many years ago and said, I really think you should try to do this on your own. Like, you have a platform of people who believe in your mission and believe in these words already. You ship things on your own. You know editors. You know who you want your illustrator to be. You have all of these pieces. It's just a matter of marketing it the way you've marketed anything else. Um, so that was when we decided, okay, we're definitely going to self-publish this. I knew that I wanted to work with Felicity. Felicity Lefevre is my illustrator who has worked with us in the past on teas. And I just find her to be kind of almost like, I don't want to say hidden talent, but I almost can't fathom the fact that she hasn't illustrated like 10,000 books already
This is
because
only her second book.
yeah, because I just find her to be so incredibly talented. Um, so it was just reaching out to her, getting her on board, and then finding a layout person and not really realizing that not only do you need an illustrator, but you need someone who's going to like put this book completely together, and then finding an editor to make sure that my 10 minutes of writing uh, was grammatically correct, and then working with manufacturers. And I think I said to you to get it printed. I think I said to you, what, maybe a month ago, like right before the books arrived, how proud I was of myself, because my mind is that person. Like, I am that person who's like, all right, I'm so passionate. I have these great ideas, but like, I need it to be done now. I don't know that I want to do all the work that it takes to get there. And you're that person for me. Like, you're that person who executes. And I did this on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really do anything. So yeah, it's
Up
amazing.
until recently, like, you've been a tremendous help, but like, I was proud of the fact that this was like something I could say I did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive. There's a lot of learning and trying to figure things out. And you definitely like asked my advice on things, but
Mm,
it was ultimately your decision and you figured out all the next steps needed to make it all happen. So
yeah.
most people know Kind Cotton, obviously as a clothing brand. We've never, we've always talked about books and pushed
Hmm.
exclusive books, and we give a book to a child with every item we sell, of course. But why would anyone want to buy a book from a clothing brand?
So I think that's why. I think you kind of answered it, because like, we aren't just a clothing brand. And I think we've done a really good job of saying that from the beginning, right?
Hmm.
Like, even if you go back to when we first started, I said to you, not only did I not want it to be just a clothing brand, but I didn't want it to be just a book donation, right? That's why we started the reading program. That's why we were so involved in the books. That's why now we do these book fairs where we can be in person and we can really like be a part of the magic that books provide. And, I have been so fortunate to showcase so many incredible, beautiful books throughout the years, that it was just like, or is just this kind of amazing, surreal experience that now I get to be that person showcasing my own book, right?
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
for someone that has not written a book, you must know more about children's books than just about anyone else. So I mean, it definitely is a good fit.
Yeah, yeah, right? Like, I've been able to review thousands of books
Yeah.
over the past couple of years. And then before that, like, being in the kindergarten classroom for 8 years and just loving books, it makes so much sense. And I think
Mhm.
people look to us for book recommendations, and now to see that their favorite tea that resonates so much with them, and the words, the messaging of Kind Cotton, and just everything that we talk about resonates so much with people. It's almost all in one place now in this book.
Mhm. And I think you really did like your if you have so much experience first from the teaching side and teaching that age group of the book that the age that the book is geared towards, and then from Kind Cotton and reading so many books and talking to authors and doing like your market research. I can't imagine
Yeah.
like this book just, you have so much knowledge put into this little book that's going to be so
Mm,
impactful from all of that, those years and years of experience in so many different areas. So I think that is really cool.
thank you.
Hmm.
I do too. It's like, like, what do they say? In the field. Like, you're really like doing the research in the field, like living it for years. So, yeah.
Yep. So talk about what, I may know the answer to this, but what will be available with the book, where people can get it, and what else will be available along with the book, because it's not just going to be the book.
Of course, you know the answer to that, because this is the stuff that Kev did everything for. All of the stuff you see on the website, everything that is put together in like this nice, neat little bow. Credit to Kev. Um, so I'm wearing a tee, and actually, shout out to Felicity for this too, because not only did she illustrate this book, but every other item that we are putting out on World Kindness Day today, she designed too. So she designed a kids tee that is so cute. It says spread true kindness. She designed these adult tees from the hearts that are in the book, and she put them on tees, totes. She created, what is it? Something like 55 pages of
Yeah.
incredible resources. And Felicity is an educator herself too. So these resources are amazing. There's affirmation cards, there's journaling, there's graphic organizers, there's coloring pages, there's posters to hang in your child's bedroom or in your classroom. I mean, I feel like we thought of everything. There's sticker packs. There's a lot of good stuff coming out.
Yeah, most importantly, I think the book bundle where you can get a lot of those things plus a signed copy, which is really cool.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know aside from our moms and maybe a friend or two who's really going to want a signed copy, but
No, I think that's really unique.
yeah, I think it's cool too. So yeah, we have two different bundles. You can either get a signed copy of the book and then all of those amazing resources. We've kind of called it our educator bundle, or you can get a premium bundle with signed copy of the book, all of the resources, a tote, and the sticker pack. So, and if you do it that way, it's great savings too. So,
Yep. And right now, only available on kindcotton.com.
yes, that is important.
Yep. And in the future, possibly Amazon, at least paperbacks, maybe. But for right now, only hardcover and only on our website.
Yeah, that was something that was really important to us. I mean, the reality of it is, particularly as a self-published author, if you ever want your book to have more of a global reach, we're probably going to have to put our paperbacks on Amazon. But being a small business and putting so much time and money into this, like that's something we didn't talk about, right? Self-publishing is amazing because you own all the rights to it. You get to pick the creative direction in which you want to go, but it is so expensive. So to be able to sell it on our website and have our supporters really just get it from us for the time being was something that was really important to us.
Yeah. All right, some fun stuff now. Not
Okay.
that wasn't fun, but this is more fun.
Okay.
If you could co-author a book with anyone else, that given that you know all of these authors, I know that's an impossible question.
You can't do this to me.
So your next book is going to be a co-authored book. Who do you choose to write it with?
You can't do that to me.
All right, at least give a couple. You can do like.
No, I can't. There's so many people. I don't.
Then how about, what if it's not an author? What if it's just someone that you look up to and admire? Like you could collab with them on a book, like Barack Obama or something.
Yeah.
You know, like it could be anyone.
You.
Oh, all right. That's a good answer. Pandering to the host, but that's
No, but really, I mean, so a lot of people probably don't know this because I do so much writing, but Kev is actually an incredible writer. And I think I need to push him towards using that skill more.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that would be cool. I think maybe like I don't know about children's book, but maybe an adult book that just around starting Kind Cotton and growing it from zero to what it is and the impact we've been able to make on people. I think that would be really cool.
I do too. I think that would be amazing. And I think we should do it. We just put it out into the world. So it's happening. I will also say, though, that I about died when Susan Verde agreed to write an endorsement for my book. Like, this is someone whose books I read in my classroom, who I can't even believe that I was able to interview on our podcast. So I do have to throw that out there, that was like really amazing to me. And obviously to be able to be connected with her in any capacity too, just is very special.
Nice. I'm glad I got one good answer.
Yeah.
All right. So besides that, just on your own, do you think there's more children's books in your future, or
Yeah.
you have specific ideas in mind right now?
Yeah, I hope so. I really, really hope so because I mean, I talk to you about this all the time as I do almost any guest who's ever been on the podcast. It comes up, but books are just such an incredible tool. And I think we need words that are in picture books, particularly now more than ever for adults and children alike. So, I mean, hoping that all goes well, I would love to do it again.
Awesome. Can I put a request in? Can it rhyme this time?
Hmm.
You're like the
Isn't
best
it weird that
rhymer.
it doesn't?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
sorry. Yeah.
you rhyme everything. You just talk to Kenzie and make it rhyme all the time. So the fact that this book didn't rhyme, I mean, the book is amazing. It doesn't take anything away from the book, but I expected it to. And that being said, there's nothing worse than I read so many children's books also. So many to Kenzie. There's nothing worse than like a book that rhymes, like, and it's probably just my OCD or something, like 95% of the time. And then all of a sudden it just has a random page where it doesn't rhyme. So if you do
Hmm.
that, just don't do the book at
Don't
all.
do it.
Yeah.
I
Just
know.
throw that manuscript right in the garbage. But if it's gonna rhyme completely, I think you should do it.
Yeah, no, it's mind-boggling to me as well because like you said, I just walk around in my daily life and like make up songs and rhyme and probably why I loved being a kindergarten teacher and write poetry all the time and like my poems always rhyme. So, yes, you
But you
can
do have
throw
the
that
song
request.
have the song at the end that rhymes. So
Mhm.
you have
Yeah.
a little bit of rhyming in there. That's good.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that too. You don't want me to sing it. That's why someone else is gonna be singing it for the book melody because although I love to rhyme, you may not wanna hear me sing.
All right, how do we wrap this up?
I just hope that people take a chance on this book. I mean, I think I was talking to a friend earlier, and she was saying, "Listen, like, you were really nervous about Kind Cotton, and look at how Kind Cotton has grown." And I think it's because we've put our heart and soul into the work that we do. And I don't think there's anything that I've ever done in Kind Cotton that I've put more heart and soul into. So I just hope that people see that. I hope it's a tool that parents and educators can use. I hope that adults get something out of it. And I'm just really proud.
I'm proud of you too, and I know it's going to be great. I'm excited about it, and we know that no matter what, a ton of kids are going to get it as a donation from us from
Yeah.
purchases that are made through Kind Cotton. We're going to be donating this book as well as others, and a lot of this book probably. So we know it's going to have an impact just from that, and just from kids reading the donated books. So if we get not one purchase of it, it's still going to make a huge impact in the world. So I'm
Mhm.
proud of you for that.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I'm so happy you were back on.
Of course.
There is something truly special about having a partner in life and a partner in business. And I'm just so grateful that I have that. So today is launch day. Please, 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 if you grab a copy of the book, please share it on your social media. Please review it. Let us know what you think of it. Post a picture. We absolutely could not do this without all of your love and support. And I can't wait to see where Kindness Is goes. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of the Kindness Is podcast. If you love it and it's adding even a little bit of value to your life, we would love, love, love if you could subscribe, rate, and review so we can reach even more people and make this world a little bit more kind.